Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DK After Dark, taking you behind the artists and how they paved their path and helping you pave yours. Today, we have on a very special guest from Bismarck, North Dakota, local independent artist, SPG the General.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Welcome. So good to have you on. Kind of a last minute thing that we got thrown together, but you know what?
Yeah.
We made it work.
Most definitely. Glad to be here, man. I appreciate you having me and whatnot, man.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit kind of, I guess like our interactions. I've seen you perform like a couple times.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, we've kind of like interacted here and there,
Yeah.
but I pretty much don't know like anything otherwise about you, so the floor is completely yours.
Appreciate it, man.
Take
Well,
it away.
originally, man, like I said, I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I started doing music, man, when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
My biggest inspiration was my cousin. He went by I'm Dope Marino
Okay.
out of Dallas, Texas. So he started me on a producer track and whatnot, man.
That's
And
awesome.
So I started producing and dancing before I started rapping and
Okay.
everything like that. And
So what age do you think you started like producing and rap or dancing kind of before that?
I started dancing at the age of 13.
Okay.
13, 14. It was more like bebop, like breakdancing, cardboard, stuff like that. And,
Okay.
And then I didn't really get into rapping, man, until I moved here to Bismarck in 2008. So I was in the military. They transferred me up here and whatnot. And, had a little short stint, which is cool. I did my little service and whatnot.
Right.
And then I actually started my first album while I was in the military with
Right.
two other dudes. We had a group called the Young Thoroughbreds,
Okay.
YTB for short. So they was one of the members was out of from Yonkers, New York. And
Okay,
then,
really?
Yeah, and then another one was from Chicago. So
Okay.
we got together and formed a group and whatnot, man. And we put out about 3 albums, and then my boy from Yonkers got into a little trouble and whatnot. So me and my brother took over,
Right.
as far as the group was concerned. Then my brother ended up having kids and everything else, so
Yeah,
turned into a solo.
That's you know
Turned
what?
into a
That's how it
solo
goes,
thing.
right?
Yeah, man.
So what kind of like what age were you when you started doing like that in the military then? Like, because I know you said you started kind of like getting the music like around like 14,
Yeah.
15. So like what age was like this when you started like,
I started, like I said, I was writing poetry and stuff like that my whole entire life.
Right,
but
right.
as far as like starting the music thing in the military, I didn't start until I was like 19, 20.
okay. I mean, that's
Yeah.
honestly like not too big of a gap though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like 4 years. So kind of like throughout high school, did you do anything like music related through the school or anything like that?
Yeah, I
Or
was in
kinda like-
choir.
Okay.
Like I was in choir and stuff like that. So I wanted to learn like the theory of it, the structure of it, music
Right.
theory and structure of it. But I never thought about me rapping or
Right,
anything.
right.
Man, I seen like my classmates beat on tables, they beat on tables
Oh,
and
yeah.
do beats and freestyle and stuff like that. But I never thought I was
You
gonna
just never saw
ever in
yourself
life
there.
rap, man. I was like a straight like 4.0 GPA, like honors classes, academic decathlon, drama student.
Yep.
Like I didn't see myself rapping or anything like that, man.
Yep.
So I was like, I really didn't get into rapping until I got up here in Bismarck. Like
Right.
I wanted to like get out of my shell a little bit, and my 2 boys helped me like discover a lot within my songwriting and how my personality like pretty much like jumped out of people. So I was like, hey man,
Right.
I might as well do something with this, go on stage
Actually,
and actually try it and whatnot. Cause I see my cousin do it all the time, and I was like, okay, this is look easier than what I'm thinking.
Right, right.
So when I started to do it and whatnot, like everything came natural.
I mean, especially because like you were in choir and stuff too, so you've got like that little I like to call it the itch for performance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like once you get the taste, it's like impossible.
Yes.
It's impossible to get out of there.
Yeah, man. Like, entertainment, man. Like, I love entertaining people, man. I enjoy it, bro.
100%.
I enjoy it. Like I don't care if it's like 3 or 4 people there, man. It's just I can have jam sessions. I just like that's the biggest reward for me. Like, well, yeah, my music got messages and stuff like that, but to see people smile or to relate to somebody's situation, just to be on stage, that's like sanctuary for me.
Right.
Being able to entertain, that's like a sanctuary to me.
I think like, and I don't know if you can kind of relate to this too, but it's kind of like the thing where like almost when you're seeing like a bunch of like negativity and stuff like that, it's like the good interactions, you know, like, that you get every, you know, maybe it's like every 1 in 100, but that 1 in 100, you know, it makes it so worth it just to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I wanted to do as far as my music was concerned, man. Like, you see so much negative stuff on social media, man.
Right.
Like, it's always like it's pretty much society trying to indoctrinate you with so much negativity, so much low vibrational energy, man. 100%. And I was like, nah, man. Like, I wanted to bring it to where people could think for themselves. My music to where people could think for themselves, enjoy being them authentic core selves, like their core being, and that's what I wanted to do for entertainment. Like, I'm like I said, I mean, I'm silly, I'm nerdy.
Right.
I don't care, man. Like, I don't need the validation or opinion of anybody, man. I don't care, bro. Like, for people to see me in my natural, authentic environment and be like, hey, man, if he can do that, man, whatever you want to do, you want to play trumpet, you want to go act, you want to go swim with whales, or whatever you want to do, man, just have the confidence to do that, man. I just have the courage and confidence just to be yourself, man. And that's pretty much why I love entertaining and bringing joy to people to do, man.
This is like absolutely so crazy because like we have like very like mirrored things of like of what have happened to us. Like, so I had like kind of the same situation when I was going through high school. I was like the honors, like straight A student, like, you know, like 4.0, like you said. Like, I had never necessarily, I mean, like, I kind of like, I was interested in music, but I had never thought that I would be doing like hip hop or like anything that I'm doing right now. But like, it's like you said, like the way that you're able to express yourself through the lyricism and the poetry and like painting that picture. And like you said, like, I'm nerdy as fuck too.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, you know, it just comes out sometimes. But like,
I don't care, bro. Like I said, I mean, and that's the beauty of you, man. Just for you being yourself, bro. Like, it's hard for me to hang out. Like, that's why my circle is like hella small, bro.
Right.
I can't hang out with people that can't be their authentic selves, man.
I understand that.
And I'm like, you got to worry about, oh man, this person looking at me, this person. Man, fuck all that, bro.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Like my thing, man, I've been bullied. I've been bullied my whole childhood for just being me, man. Just for looking like me. Like, bro, I'm like, and be you. Everybody else taken. Everybody else around here is taken. Like, be you. Like, who gives a shit if somebody don't like you or nobody sees your, everybody's not gonna like you. Everybody's not gonna like what you do. Everybody's not gonna like you as a person. Just as long as you like yourself as a person, as long as you enjoy yourself as a person and enjoy what you do, man. So, like I said, me being able to show the passion and the rawness of my music and my message and whatever I do as far as me being a person would just give that person just be the light to a person.
Right.
Like, me shining my light to a person, that's pretty much all I could do is just be me. So if that person's looking at me like, oh man, I want to do, why is he so happy? Why is he like this and everything going on? I don't worry about everything around me, man. Everything around me is a product of what I create within me subconsciously and consciously. Right. I can speak what type of energy I want in the world. So why speak negative? Why, it's already all that out in the world. Why speak it? Like, if you want something in your life, man, manifest it. Speak it.
Yep.
Bring light to it. Like, don't negate everything you're doing because, hey, it ain't working out. The things that ain't working out was things that you manifested in your past. Let that shit
just
fly out and let that shit go out and continue to do what you want to do, bro. Like, but for me, like, I have done so much within my, like, I've been doing music for 20 years. Like,
20 years?
Yeah, I've been doing music for 20 years, bro. Like,
that's a fucking impressive shit.
Like, bro, like, people don't understand. Like, I hear people now, because I got 5 albums out right now. Like, I have 5 albums out right now. My first album, people think it's Starseed Experience, which is not. It's actually called Villain of Society. Okay. And that was actually the start of my awakening process, which this is another chapter we're gonna get into. Okay. So yeah, it started another awakening. That was the part of my awakening process. But then I had Starseed Experience, Beautiful Catastrophe, and Universal Revelations, which was the first part of my awakening, spiritual awakening series. Okay. Those 3 albums are part of a trilogy that I'm working on. Okay. So This next album, my last album I just did was this Perspectives of Duality. It's the beginning of the Life Cycle series. So the next album I'm working on right now, I actually got 2 projects I'm working on right now.
Okay.
One is called Childhood Nostalgia. And what I did with that, I took every anime, because I love fucking anime. I don't care what nobody says. I love anime. So I took all of my favorite anime like score musics, and I made hip hop material with it, like Bluebird from Naruto.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did Hunter.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I know exactly. What you're
yeah, I did a whole like JoJo's Adventures.
Yep.
I got so many material for that.
That's sick
so
as fuck.
I'm doing like.
I mean, especially there's so much jazz fucking shit in anime. Like it's actually kind of insane.
Like people don't know the structure of score, like anime score music. It's so much structure and theory in it.
Yep.
Like I learned so much to even apply to what I do, like playing guitar or bass or something like that. I put a lot of stuff into that.
Right.
One of my songs, matter of fact, you heard at the Bismarck Invest, Fading Halos. I did the Super Mario beat. That's actually on that that mixtape.
Okay.
So that's going to be on there. I've just finished up like 9 other songs on there. I'm going to release that at the same time I release my next album, which I'm working on now. It's called Catalog of the Ominous Soul.
Okay.
So that's pretty much talking about the purpose of duality. Okay. Like why light and dark need to coexist and whatnot.
Yep.
But this is pretty much me talking about the dark side. So I'm actually stepping into the villain ego era to this. So it's gonna be very uncut, very raw, very
That's
like
what we like to hear, right?
Nonchalant.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be
throwing shots.
I'm throwing shots on this one. So I wanted to really tap into my inner ego and have a conversation with it.
Yeah.
So my inner ego is going to be like pretty much rapping a lot of that album and stuff like that.
That's gonna be sick as fuck.
Yeah, it's going to be like it's going to be like 18 songs on there. Already got 11 done already.
Damn. Okay.
So
Hell yeah.
I've been working.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm already ready to go and whatnot, man. So yeah, but I have so much and then. Like I said, I've been talking to you, been ready to work with you. I can't wait to work with you, man. Like
I know. We gotta get our fucking. I just gotta get my shit together.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
I've been waiting to work on you, bro. Working for you, man. I've been waiting on you, bro. Like I'm like, man, I know my cat got that, bro. Like, yeah, I know my cat got those vibes, bro. So yeah, I'm like super stoked.
No, I'm literally sitting here listening, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like I relate on so many levels to like what you're saying right now. Like you don't even know, because like I mean like we haven't had like a chance to like fully like have like an in-depth conversation yet, but like I mean I've gone through like the like same exact situations. One thing I wanted to touch on when you were talking about like kind of like what you're putting out there into the universe as a whole, I don't think people realize that like it really is like what you do is what you're gonna attract back, like 100%. Like if you're out there and you're like, and this is like I think like one thing that happens so much like in the music industry too is like there's not a lot of like people who will be willing to go out there and support other people who they see as like smaller or like people like that. It's like, okay, but you were at that point one time too. So like, what do you expect? Like, you have to work your way up. Like, everybody has to, start somewhere. And I think it's just like crazy that people are not willing to, understand that like just going out there, being a hater, not like, not just being, just being a bad person in general. It's all gonna come back. Yeah, it's just when it does. Right?
It's gonna hit. Like, and I can speak on both sides of the spectrum because I used to be like that, man.
Right.
Like I was so focused on my group and whatnot, and anybody that came in my way or my group or whatnot, I viewed them as competition.
Right.
So I didn't want anything to do with them. It wasn't on. I was reaching out on some disrespect type stuff. I always just tried to stay in my lane. I never tried to support anything or anything like that. So when I got the energy of when I was sending out the energy of not supporting it, I never had people come to the shows. I never had people know the name, and I'm like, and I couldn't understand it, and I was like. And then when my awakening process happened, I was like, "Oh shit!"
I understand what's going on right now.
Oh shit! Like now I go to everybody's shows. I go to everybody's events, even if I pop up for like 5 minutes,
Right.
just to let you know, hey, yo, man, I knew you had a show today. I wanted to let you know I support, kill it, go do your thing, man. Like, for me, I'm on a shaman type of path in my life right now.
Right.
So I look at everything as unification. Like, I want to unify based on how I think subconsciously, consciously. Before I even say anything, I'm like, okay, how's this going to nurture me? How's this going to evolve me as a person? How's this going to be productive in what I need to do as far as manifest? What energy I'm going to put out to manifest for the manifestation I'm going to put? And if it doesn't align, I just don't do it.
Right.
And for me at this point, like right now, I'm on my I don't want to say villain mode. It's pretty much savagery right now because, like, yes, I'm putting out this energy, but it's not being reciprocated.
Right.
And now I'm learning boundaries.
Right.
I'm learning boundaries and self-love, self-worth, and self-care for myself. Because it's hard. Like, it's hard because you've been like trying to help everybody else for years. And
right. It's like you said, like when you're putting yourself out there, you're trying to help everyone else. And obviously, like, the thing is like, and I mean, I'm kind of like learning to understand this now, like, as well as it's like you said, like, if those people aren't going to be willing to put in like the same, like you said, like, if they're not willing to give you the same energy back, they're not willing to put in the work that you're willing to put in, they're not willing to even, I mean, like, just like communicate, like, in general. It's like, it's not even about necessarily like, because, like, I understand, like, being busy and stuff, because, like, I'm a busy person.
Life happens.
You're a busy person.
Life
like,
happens.
we get that.
Yeah.
But it's like, just communicate it, and it all goods. Or, like, the worst part is, like, when you're trying to have a conversation with someone, and then they just keep dodging it. It's like, bro, let's just have the conversation and move on, instead of it just becoming a bigger and bigger problem.
That's for me, that's like school shit to me, man. Like, I'm like, dude, like, you're a grown ass man. Like, just communicate. I'm good, bro.
Right.
I don't take nothing personal. Like, whatever happens, like, bro, hey, that's your life, that's your journey, that's what you're here to learn, your human experience. Do your thing, bro. My thing is, like, but I'm not going to sit here and have you avoid a fucking conversation.
Yeah,
bro. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm too grown for that, bro. Like,
exactly.
So, like, hey, bro, this what happened. I'm just letting you know, no excuses. I'm just letting you know what's going on, bro.
Right.
So I won't waste nobody's time. I value people's time, bro. Like, that's the biggest thing with me. I value people's time. There's one thing you cannot get back on your journey is fucking time.
That's
bro.
so true.
Like, you can't give nobody. Like, you can't. Hey, I'll give you back 30 minutes. I'll give you back. You can't get that shit back, man. So for me to value somebody's time, like, yo, man, this was going on right now. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. We can reschedule. We can do that. It's simple. Or just be upfront with me. Like, for me, like, I got more respect for you being upfront with me. Like, hey, yo, man, I just don't dig your show, or I just don't dig your music, so I'm not gonna show up. Like, you know what? I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
I mean, like,
that's
I'm fair,
cool.
right?
It's fair. Like, I'm like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I don't need everybody to be my cup of tea.
Right.
I'm cool with that. If you upfront, be like, yo, man, I wasn't digging it, man. I just felt like getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I mean, that's
like,
fair.
I'm good with that. But all that, don't come to me like, oh, how your show go and how you do that. I'm like, bro, you at the bar right now, bro. Like, you could at least went down the street. We live in Bismarck, so we ain't fucking 15 miles away from a damn show. I'm not 20 miles. Like, you like at least 0.5, 0.7.
Yeah.
2.5.
3 miles max.
3 miles max, bro.
Yeah.
Like don't patronize me like that. I'm like, bro, just, hey, I didn't show up because I didn't feel like it.
Right.
I got more respect than that than for you to try to patronize me, bro. Like,
I mean, it's like you said, because I mean, I've had so many people, and the thing is like with how many, I mean, like because so many music artists and so many songs, it's right at our fingertips.
Yes.
So the thing is like, yes, it really is a competition for people's time.
Yes.
So like, it's understandable if they don't fully, like, you know, like, aren't into it or whatever, or they don't like get the message, or they don't relate to it.
Yeah.
That's fine, because, you know, they don't want to take the time to listen to it, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody is where they at in their journeys. Right. And I understand that. Like, I'm not gonna take it personally if you don't listen to my music.
Right.
Like, I don't care. Like, cool. I'm not, like I said, I'm not forever, but it's people that listen to me. There are people that that love and respect and support what I do.
Right.
So that's who I focus on. Like, hey, thank you for supporting this, man. I got this coming out, man. I have this projects coming out, man. All I can do is attract the energy that I'm trying to give out. If I'm showing out love, compassion, and empathy, then I'm gonna get that back in the universe. If I'm asking about prosperity, wisdom, and wealthiness in all four forms of my life, that's spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. As long as I'm in balance and aligning myself with within myself, the external will take care of itself.
Right.
I don't worry about don't worry about things that I cannot control, bro.
Right.
Like, I don't worry about things like that. So.
And I mean, the thing is like you said, it's so much more important to be putting out a product that is like, you know, like, what's the word? Like authentic to yourself, means something to you, and means something to the people that you're trying to get it to, rather than, you know, I mean, like, I don't want to diss people that are like pop stars or whatever, because you know what? Hey, that's their own thing. They're chasing the bag,
right?
And like, I mean, I can't complain, like, because obviously if I have that bag, you know,
right?
I mean, it's fine, but obviously, you know, they aren't able to, you know, make their messages necessarily, you know, as niche, as personal, because they're trying to appeal to a wider audience.
Right.
They're trying to, you know, have that song that's going to blow up or whatever. And, you know, that's great. But like, it's really about, I think, finding where you fit in and what you want to actually like do, because like that's what's most important at the end of the day, like what you want to do.
Like when I first started doing music, like my mission in music when I first started this was to expose the music industry.
Right.
Like I done had like 3 record deals. People don't understand. I done had 3 record deals. I had 2 for Def Jam, 1 for Atlantic.
Right.
Under my group. I rejected them all. Like, my thing is, I want to be in control of my music. I want to be in control of what I want to do as a person, as an artist, and what I want to, and what product and message that I want to present.
Because you just really never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen. And when I first like started this whole thing, like, hey, man, we're gonna blow up. We're gonna expose these crooked people and shit like that. But at the same time, like, when I grew up, man, the more and more I started growing up, I'm like, dude, look at the shit that I like manifested in the world. Like, look at this like conscious mind frame I had, like trying to expose some shit that's already being seen. If people want to see it, they will see it. If people want to actually listen to it, they will listen to it. But I'm not gonna, like, my audience appeal to my music. If I enjoy my music, it's gonna be people that enjoy my music. I no longer care about reaching out to an audience. Right. Like, if my message is there, it's gonna reach out who it needs to. It's gonna touch the heart of the person that needs to hear it, or the person that needs to see it and enjoy it. I just want to enjoy life. My music, for me, is just for me to enjoy it, to have the experience, and love doing what I do. Like, everything else is a plus. Somebody offered me like $6.5 million for the. I'm not gonna be not say no, and like I gotta, but it's gotta reach the perimeters to what aligns to me as an artist and as a musician, man.
And because, like, I mean, I've done it like in school and stuff. Like, I mean, I've gone over like pros and cons of like record deals and stuff. And like, I will say, like, I mean, there's definitely pros, obviously, to having a record deal. I mean, like, you have, I mean, depending on the label size, probably like 50 to 200, 300 people that are, you know, pushing your music. But, you know, what are you, because the thing is it's like, you got to ask yourself, do you want 100% of a maybe smaller piece? Or do you want a smaller piece of maybe something that's bigger, but also you might have to give up something in the process?
So,
see,
I talk to a lot of artists. Like I said, I tour with a lot of artists, man. Like, I went on tour with Juicy J. I went on tour with Waka. Went on tour with that, and they all told me the same thing: to stay independent. Like, just they want, like, they were like, if you want the full experience of you as an artist, as a person, and having the freedom to do you, stay independent. And that was the goal from jump. Like, I don't care about, like I said, I performed in like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame venues and stuff like that, man. But to have the freedom to do what I want, write what I want, say what I want.
Right.
I'm good with that. I'm looking at other artists like the ones that's Billboard charted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like they on the leash, bro, and that's just that I'm too rebellious for that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm too rebellious to like have somebody have somebody to have consent over my life, my masters, my music, my lively work. Like I don't want nobody owning stuff where I wrote and produced and recorded all of my music, and then somebody talking about, oh, we own this. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
I mean,
nah,
literally
cool.
Taylor Swift. I mean, it's a perfect example, I think, because she had that one record deal. She had lost all the copyrights to those songs, and then went back, re-recorded all the songs, you know, because technically, you know, you can't copyright that like the actual like.
Yep.
So the fact that you have to give up so much for what you're gaining, it really is just like, it's shit, honestly.
It's shit,
it's
bro.
Just like,
I'm not, it's shit, bro.
I mean,
like,
there is very few like record deals or record companies in general that will give you a deal that you can come out and be like, I have like control over my thing. Because I mean, like, they do exist, right? Not
the corporate ones,
not
like,
the big ones. No,
but I have, like I said, right now I'm in the process of talking to a record label in Sweden.
Okay,
the CEO himself contacted me right now, so I'm in the process of talking to them right now, and they just want to promote me. Like as far as creative control, they don't want to touch any of my music. They're gonna promote me as I am as an artist, and that's all I want, man. Like if you can't take me at my authentic self, you wanted me, like. Yeah, you can't take me at my authentic self. Why the fuck am I signing with you, bro?
Not a fucking figure.
I ain't no damn number, bro. Like you asked me to come and change the outlook and the perspective, of your whole business.
Right.
Why am I? Who are you to negotiate with me? I don't care about what resources you have. I can change the landscape. I know what I can do as a person, as an artist. I can change the landscape of whatever I touch and whatever I do, because that's what I manifest. But I'm not going to sacrifice anything because, oh, you got to do this and do this. No, I'm not a puppet. You asked me to do this, so why should I conform to what you want me to do because you have this?
Right.
I can get that anywhere. Like,
yeah, no, that's just
like as people. I feel like on a personal basis, we do that with jobs. Yep. We do that shit with employment, with businesses. I'm like, these people need us, man. Like people have to realize these businesses and these landlords, they need y'all in order to make money. Why are we living in a fear-based, vibrational thing to where like, oh, I can't do this, if I don't do this, I don't have all you have to do is unite. All we have to do is, it was a united we stand, divided we fall. Like, all you have to do is unite. This whole place will crumble if all you have to do is unite. Like, that's it's, and that goes for anything you do. Like, it can be destruction or music or arts or entertainment or we don't have to fall into a gauntlet. These people need consent to do what they need to do with your energy.
Right.
No, I wouldn't fall.
It's really shit because like the problem is there's just not enough people that like realize that like they have that power.
Yeah.
You know, like that ability. Honestly, it's like I feel like boundaries have just like disappeared like with the internet age, and so like now everyone is kind of like in the process of like rediscovering them, because I mean it's even like as simple as like people like not necessarily feeling comfortable like bringing people like to their houses because like they don't know how to like tell them to leave after. Like I read a survey about that. It's like because like
that's what I got this song called "Wasted Currency." That's exactly what I was talking about.
Right.
Like I said in my line, I said, but these are your role models, heroes, and idols. Justifiable because most of us are socially awkward. Like, bro, like if they in your house and you want to leave, tell them to fucking leave. Yeah. Like what is like? I'm sorry, I was raised into like Gen X. Like I was raised in Gen X, Boomer. Like I'm like, what are y'all so like? Like screaming, but I don't understand. Like that's your space, that's your area. Like that's you, your sanctuary to where you can decompress. And you doing this. I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell. No. I'm like, yo, man, you gotta go, bro. Like, like that. It's not like it's your play. If they get personal about it or they get emotional, that's their emotions.
Yeah,
their emotions have nothing to do with you. Like that's your area. That's your. I just don't. I don't understand. Like the internet made people so comfortable to say anything what they wanted to say without getting punched in the fucking face, bro.
That's
like,
literally so
like
true.
It's like, cause if back when I was growing up, you said some shit, half the shit they say on the internet, you getting jogged. They going to your house and jawing you, like, bro, like all this. I call them keyboard warriors, to be honest. I don't know keyboard warriors to me, bro. Like, cause I don't do that Facebook shit. Like, you say something to me, I'm finding you, bro. Like, I will find you, dude. Like, I don't got no time for that, bro. Like all that trolling and shit, bro. I'm like, why are y'all giving y'all energy to this? And you have to wonder,
like, really, what are they doing?
Yes, like what are they like?
What are they doing?
Like, my thing is, this is what I learned in my life, man. If you worried about somebody else's choices or opinions or what they do with their life, you got too much fucking time on your hands.
True.
Like you know how much life that we haven't discovered of ourselves, things that we want to know and we want to learn about ourselves. Hey, I want to know if I like this, or I want to go on this trip and see if I want to like this. We got so much world by ourselves we need to like discover, but we in somebody else's business. Why? I never understand. I'm like, bro, I really. Like I really don't. I never grasped the concept of just focusing on somebody else's life. Like, dude, I'm like, oh, come on now, you knew I had this. But I literally tell people like, I really, whatever you choose to do, you do. I mean, you're gonna live your life regardless. That's what I say. These grown ass people, grown ass adults, and people are gonna make choices that work for them. For the rest of their lives. Why you bent out of shape by what somebody else do with their own life? I never understood that shit. Like, I never got that. I used to be like that, like, oh, damn, man, I was doing all this for the team and y'all trying to, now y'all getting married and having kids and all. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, why am I worried about my brothers and what they doing with their life? As long as they're happy and they enjoying what they're doing, that's on them.
Right.
Like, but for me to be bent out of shape because of somebody I ain't never met before on the internet, chose to make a decision. No. Why?
I think people get caught up on that so much.
Like it's that's why I'm hardly on social media. If I'm on social media, it's to promote myself only.
Right.
Like if somebody needs to call me to vent or something like that, I'm always there. I'm a big believer in mental health. Like I don't want to. I would rather for you to talk to me than to look at your casket.
Right.
I'm that type of person. But if it's something now I do have boundaries when it comes to that type of shit. Though.
Right.
Like I'm not going to continue to hear the same pattern and vibration that you're doing.
How to like help and then
you do nothing changes, bro. Like you're not going to drain me. I'm not going to allow you to drain my social battery. It's not going to happen. So I get that, but as far as they don't get me bent out of shape about what they're choosing to do, no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Like, you know how much music and stuff I got? Like, you know how much life I got to do right now, man? Like, and my best person I talked to when it came to the music thing is my aunt. Is my aunt and my cousin. Because they put a lot of perspective. They challenge my creativity. They challenge. I love being like challenged.
Right.
Because like you doing something over, you get bored. Like if you do something over and over, you get bored. So
that's true.
Like, so I want to be like, oh, I wonder what this sound would sound like with my hip hop, or I wonder if I could take this death metal song and like incorporate myself in this. Man, this next album, man, I got death metal. I got like death metal in it. It's
gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. Like I got so many genres in there, man. I even got a K-pop track on this. Like I actually got a K-pop track on this, bro. Like I'm like, and the K-pop actually K-pop pretty dope. I'm like, I think I'm gonna dive into K-pop after this, man. Like it's just me exploring, bro. Like I love exploring. Like I love having an open mind to things, bro. So yeah.
Okay, so has it been like pretty much like just you yourself putting together like all your tracks and stuff? Like you've been doing all the mixing, everything like that?
I do all the engineering. I do all my mixing. I do all the recording, the songwriting. I do everything, man. Like I did.
Have you Oh, sorry. Actually, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Have you like worked like on and off, kind of like throughout the years? Because obviously you've been going like doing stuff for a while. So have you like worked on and off with producers, and kind of what has been like your
Oh yeah, I work
that?
with different producers. Like I don't never like just produce for myself. Like
Right.
I said, for me, I got different artists. Even here in Bismarck, like I got a dude that did Nadine's Requiem.
Okay.
He played the guitar part. He's a 56, 57-year-old man. He did the
Okay.
guitar part to my album. I had another dude, Dakota Faye out of Minot.
Okay,
He's on one of my tracks, Good Thing, and he did a verse off that. I got another dude that does death metal. He's on my It's Nothing track.
Yep.
Like, bro, like I incorporate different styles because I want everybody to be heard.
Right.
Like, and I got producers out in LA, I got producers here that do stuff for
Right.
me, man. I want if it sounds good and it aligns with me, man, I will use it, bro. I will actually use it, and it's not for me to push myself. It's to get them out there,
Right.
to get them noticed and heard. Like, hey, who did the track to this? Oh, this guy right here. Like, you like what he do, and I'll send them their way. Like,
Right.
It's just for me to network and have everybody connecting to be heard. They crowd to be heard, and their hard work to be noticed, man. So if I have an outlet to push them out there, I'm gonna use it, man. I'm gonna use it for everybody, dude.
100%. I mean, that's like honestly like a good part of the reason like why I started this podcast is because I felt like there's not enough showcase on like independent artists or like even independent creators in general to like actually go out there and give a chance for them to promote themselves outside of kind of like the mainstream and what is there. And you know what, eventually I would love for this to be in the mainstream, so bringing those independent artists and showcasing them to a wider audience just becomes easier and easier and easier.
The fact that you're doing this, man, like I said, the fact that you're doing this is already succeeding. Like you already, the way you already manifest this, man, I'm gonna see you like 2-3 years from now on some big ass platform, man. And I'm like, shit, I remember I was sitting on the little
hope, right?
Like,
That's the hope.
I was sitting here at the library chilling with this dude.
No, literally.
Talking about this, man. Like, yeah.
You guys don't even know, but we're literally just sitting in a library study room right now, just
chill, jamming.
Exactly.
So, just chilling out, man. But you gotta start, like you said, you gotta start somewhere.
Right.
Like, bro, my first, I can tell you my first album, man. When I recorded my first album, I had my mic taped up to a wall.
Yep.
It was taped, like literally duct taped to the wall. My laptop was cracked.
Okay.
So I'm literally mixing down the waves through the crack that I could see it.
Yep.
And I had an old Cool-Edit Pro.
Okay.
Cool-Edit Pro mixing, record.
my
So
God.
I was literally like mixing it down on that. And on that program, you couldn't like stop and record it. If you mess up a word or a verse, you got to go all the way back and do the verse over again.
God.
So we did 17 songs that way, bro. Like 17 freaking songs that way.
So on average, like, how many takes you think it took you for a song?
Man,
like, roughly?
Shit. I think it took me like the first Thoroughbred one-on-one. Man, it was this one song called Incognito.
Right.
My coldest verse I ever did with Thoroughbreds, but it took me a day and a half, bro.
Holy
day and a half to get the. And I remember I was up until like 11:30, and I thought I had it. And I messed up on one, I stumbled on one fucking word at the end of the verse. And I was so fucking pissed, bro. Cause I heard it and I was like, I can't put this out. Start over.
And it's so bad when it's right at the end.
Right at the end, bro. Like I had my few one takes. Like the one takes, like when you get the one takes, that's the most beautiful fucking thing in the world, man. I'm like, oh yes, we actually finished. We're done. We don't even, man. But that was rarely. That was so rarely. That was rarely. But like that program we had was so fucking bad, bro. Like I'm literally looking. I'm like, okay, stop. Like, cause we have to put space bar right, give it a room right at the end of the verse. Bro, no room for error, bro. Like it was no room for. And then you have to make sure the mic was able to pick up everything because it's taped to the wall.
Right.
So you have to make sure the settings. And if you bump the mic, and it's gone. It's gone. Everything is gone. So it was ass, bro. Like I was saying, our first years was pretty ass.
So was it like that for the second album too? Second,
everything,
third album?
everything we did except when I got better equipment in 2000, like I want to say 14, 15. Okay. That's when it got easier. Like that's when everything got easier. 14, 15. From 2008 to 2010, it was fucking buns, bro. It was ass.
Did you use the same program pretty much?
Same
that
program
time?
from 2018 and 13.
Oh my god!
It was, we couldn't afford nothing, bro. Like we did free shows for like 7 years, bro.
Yeah.
Like I did free shows here for like 7 years, so it was painful, bro. Like I didn't get paid. My first time ever getting paid, like in Bismarck, bro, like is when Borrow Bucks was open. Oh, and they gave me my first like show. Borrow Bucks gave me my first like show. Like to get paid. My very first show though was at the Moscow Bar in Mandan.
Oh, okay.
It was like it's called the Scapegoat now, but it was called the Moscow Bar.
I've been there before.
Yeah, but it was called the Moscow Bar. Okay. Like that's how long I've been here, bro. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, there's like honestly not really that great of a performance space either.
No,
in Bismarck,
it's
and
not.
I mean, the thing that sucks here is I think that like honestly. Like hip hop, obviously, I would say your music honestly has like a wide appeal, like overall. I just don't think that like that audience is necessarily in Bismarck,
bro.
Unfortunately.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bismarck.
Yeah, no.
Like, don't get me wrong, because they supported a lot of that I did. Like, if it wasn't for Bismarck, I wouldn't even made it to Hollywood.
Right.
It was people that donated so much to me just to get there, but as far as the market for hip hop, it's just not here, bro.
It's not here. Yeah.
It's not here. All right. But people love what I do. Don't get me wrong. Like it's just people love it. Like I appreciate like places like the Laughing Sun and like the Laughing Sun, the Invest, Pub 21.
Right.
Like they real big. They big on giving like independent artists a place to play, man. Like they really huge on that, man. Like I appreciate those places. But as far as like if you're trying to make it a market here, it's just not, bro.
Yeah,
like hip, like country rock and covers, like this is so dominant here, bro. It's dominant here, so.
And it's so weird. Okay, I don't want to diss like cover bands or anything, but I just like okay. This is my thing, okay? It's fine. It's fine. But what makes me a little upset is when like. Instead of featuring like, okay, I will say the exclusion to this is maybe if it's like a high school.
I get that. Like that, yeah.
But I mean, if it's like an older group or whatever and they're doing covers, why, when you can showcase somebody who is making an original art and original music, why when you can showcase them, would you put a cover band in front of them?
Because this is what I've learned about North Dakota, bro. Cause I used to get mad about the same shit you got, man. I'll tell you, like, I swear, like we got the same lies, bro. I swear, like we had the same life, bro. Me and my brother used to get so mad at that thing, cause all of our music are originals. Like most of my songs, like I got one rendition of Mad World, but Mad World, but I still put my own lyrics on there, like my own original lyrics. What I could never understand is how is these people getting paid $2,500 to sing somebody over? I'm like, bro, y'all ain't nothing but live karaoke artists, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I never understood that, bro. Like I used to get so mad. I'm like, bro, y'all featuring people, y'all like, and then y'all featuring, and then this is the part that got me, is when they listening to the cover artists, right? Right. And then we bring the artists that actually sing the song to the Civic Center. Oh, I never heard of them before.
Yeah.
I'm like, you literally just sung, like was singing and then dancing to the song. Like I never understood it, bro. Like
that's what I'm saying. And the thing is there's definitely, I will say, like in trying to market yourself, there's a place for doing covers because like if. Like, it is a good idea, like, if you're doing content or whatever, if you cover other people's music, obviously people that listen to that are probably going to listen to you as well.
Right.
So that's fine. That's not what I have a problem with. Like, do covers to put yourself out there. But, like, if that's, like, your sole thing, like, I just don't, like, if you can make a living off that, like, good for you.
Good for you.
But I just don't Like, why over someone who is making original stuff?
Yeah, my thing is like back in my day, I couldn't even call them artists. Like I couldn't call cover artists. I couldn't. I was like, bro, like y'all's bona fide live karaoke singers, bro. Like I could not respect that, bro. Like I'm like, I mean, I knew some artists that did covers, but they had their original music.
Right.
So I can like, you know what? I can deal with that because you're trying to attract the audience.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
if you just playing the whole 4 hours doing covers, bro, I'm like, dude, I couldn't respect that, bro. Back then, I couldn't respect it. Like I like, dude, like you getting paid 25, 3 grand to sing karaoke.
I mean, it's just
I might as well do that. I might as well sing karaoke. I might as well be a live karaoke artist. Like they're like, oh, can you be our frontman for karaoke? I mean, frontman for a cover band? I'm like, no. Like I couldn't do that because I'm an original artist. Like I'm an original writer. I'm a songwriter. I like don't get me wrong. Like if I need to pay bills, like bills need to be. I get it, but bro, like if there's no originals or something that's attached, I can't see myself doing that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't have a problem with cover artists or covers. Like I said, if they can make a living doing that, that's good for them.
Please,
I just don't.
Kudos.
I just don't understand, necessarily showcasing them.
Yes.
But I digress on that point. That's like, I just wanted to touch on that because like I had been thinking about that the last couple days, and it's just interesting to me. But
yeah, bro, like I could never understand how cover artists got showcased. I never understood. Like, dude, I'm like, I have over 300 songs that I've written and recorded, bro, and I have released 180 of them. Like, and dude, like I'm just now getting traction in doing what I'm doing. But this person has like done nothing but covers. Oh, they was the biggest band. I'm like, I can't call you no band. I like back then I was like, I couldn't call you no band. I'm like, you do karaoke. I'm sorry, you're a live karaoke artist to me, bro. Like I might be a live karaoke, but I'm getting paid. Like I'm like, well, kudos to you, bro. Like kudos to you. It's just I can't. That's just not my cup of tea.
I think it's really about the art and the importance of what you're trying to accomplish with it, rather than necessarily getting the bag. That's why I say, like, do what you want to do, and if it's the right thing and what you're supposed to be doing, the money will come. It will come. It'll be attracted. You just have to be dedicated to what you're doing. Make sure you're putting in the work. Be honest with yourself, because obviously, if you are like actually doing a bad job, okay, maybe be honest and tell yourself you're doing a bad job, and there's ways to improve. Go like if you're having singing problems, like go get singing lessons.
Go get singing lessons, or if you're having writing problems, like dude, like what I've done, like on my album, I study myself.
Right.
Like if I feel like I'm doing a pattern, making a pattern on how I'm writing, I go read a dictionary, or I learn wordplay, like read a thesaurus, learn the words and synonyms and antonyms, and I can apply them to, okay, I never used this word in this context. Or if my flow is starting to sound the same, I'm like, okay, let's change up the time signatures. Let's change up the rhythm to how I deliver a song. I don't want my audience like feeling like, oh man, I heard this album sounds like this album. Like I'm like, nah, I want this. Like I got different songs, but at the same time, I want the delivery to be different. I want the way of the perspective to be delivered different, because everybody don't learn the same. People are visual learners. People are like listeners. People want to see the lyrics. People want to like see you actually rapping music videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I try to incorporate things like that within my craft.
Do you have like any specific like techniques that you like to use to like vary your stuff up, or like a specific mindset that you like to put yourself in to make sure that like you're not doing a bunch of the same thing, or like anything like?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll listen to like I'll let my soul leads me to a lot of things, bro. Like if I listen to an instrumental, I just don't be like, oh, let me freestyle off that. No, I listen to the melody and harmony of what the song is telling me, what the instrumental is telling me. Like the melodies of the like instruments or the drum kits. Like if my hi-hats are saying one thing or the drums are saying another thing,
right.
but the violin is incorporating, it's like it's more aligned more with the hi-hats than it is with the drums, then I will make a foundation on that while respecting the drums. Like that's how I incorporate with most of my music. Like, okay, the drum still is over here. I got this melody here. So what did the drums have me, what rhythm, what time frame does the drums want me to rap about? So if the drums is like on some 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, I'm like, okay, I say my rapping, I wanna incorporate my rap that way. So if it's like I'm like, okay, so I'll be like, let's say cheekbone with an 8-beat horses, back with the 8-sheet on, and then the melody will come and go, and then I can switch.
Right.
Then I'll go into the singing part to respect the flow of that melody. So my songs, they be like, it sounds crazy. Like the people that were me like, how the fuck did you put that together? I'm like, just respect them, just respect.
Right.
Because everything, like music is a universal language. So I just respect every instrument and key that comes with that. So my mom called me a fucking musical genius. Well, I'm like, it's just, I'm learning that from her. Like my mom used to be a singer out in Las Vegas. She used to sing lounges in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So she's like, you can catch on to what I'm trying to say. My mom had a song. I'm like, okay, so mom, you got this on 3/4, but you want to do it off the drums. So I can sing with the drums within that time count.
Right.
So like I learned, but that comes with different instrumentals, different producers. But I respect the producer style and how the producer wants to. All right. So say if you gave me a beat, like, okay, this is where I was going with this.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I could take where you're going with this and keep that as the foundation.
Right.
While being able to create and foundate what I'm trying to do to align on top of that.
So you are definitely more of like because I think there's people that are like kind of more technical when they're creating stuff. So they think about, I'm doing this chord to this chord to this chord. I'm saying these notes, blah blah blah. But you're definitely like I like to feel the music and kind of just let it run through me. Yeah. And let it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I can be technical too.
Right. No, definitely.
Definitely. I definitely can be like, but I would still respect the structure of his theory.
Right.
But the theory has to align with what I'm trying to do, create, like, in the creative base. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't, like, I like this. I'm like, oh, I like this beat, but I don't have nothing for it right now. Right. So I just put it in a vault.
Right.
But like, it's beats. Like I said, with my last album, it was 7 songs I had no hooks to forever, and then when I finally got it, I was like, oh shit, I remember this song. Boom, 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 and I could write a whole damn song in like 15 minutes. So like, it just comes to what you feel at that moment and just respecting the harmonies and melodies and stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a place definitely where you definitely have to get down and be like, yeah, technically this is like, or theory-wise, like this is what I'm doing, blah, 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 like making sure it all fits. Because I mean, like, if you want to write like, I don't know, let's say like a piano melody or something, like maybe you want to check it and make sure it fits in the key and stuff like that. But like, I think it's the most important, like you said, is really just putting what you're feeling down, because at the end of the day, really, I mean, that's kind of what
that's kind of what music is about. Like I said, I can write about somebody's situation and incorporate it to my own. That's just like, I use my gifts as an empath to be able to because you feel everything when you're a fucking empath. So, but at the same time, I learned how to. It's like alchemy. Learn how to use and transmute it and
because otherwise, I mean, it's just
so bland, like, bro. Like if I'm not, like, I could write a song, and if I don't feel that shit, I'm like, I'm not gonna put this out. Like, I'm like, because if I don't feel it, I know my audience is not gonna feel that shit. Like, man, I'm like, oh, it just sound cool. No, I might
be honest with yourself.
Like, I gotta be honest with myself, man. Like, I tell you, I'm really, really a tough critic of myself. So if I'm putting out material or a product and it's like ass, I'm like, I'm not gonna expect nobody gonna listen to that, bro. I'm already like it's most albums I listen to, bro. Like if people ask me about my last album, I'm like, dude, I couldn't even tell you. Like I'm already working on this one. I couldn't even like tell you like, oh, what is the meaning of the song? Like, what did the song mean to you? I mean, I know what it did for me, but what does it mean to you? Like, and I had somebody. What was crazy as shit, man. Like I had this song called "Contemplating Suicide."
Okay.
And one of the people came up to me and talking about, oh, it was just self-indulgent and egotistical. I was like, it was about suicide. Of course, I'm gonna use I and me in it. Like, when somebody is like listening to the song, they can incorporate I and me to themselves because that's probably the situation they're going through.
Right.
That does not mean like
you're trying to not be a narcissist
or something, right? Like well, all I heard was I and me. I was like, oh, I get it. You wanted me to change the song up to benefit you. I'm like, yeah, that sounds so like leftist. Like I get it, but I'm not gonna do that. Like that's not if it doesn't resonate with you, it didn't resonate with you. I'm not gonna change my whole song because it didn't resonate with you. Like, but at the same time, like I do take the criticisms people give me. I'm like, okay. Like it was one song like, yeah, you could have delivered this better. And then when I heard it, I was like, hell yeah. Shit. Like I'm like, are you gonna read? I'm like, no, I just apply it to the next songs that I do. Like, I mean, but I really enjoy feedback from because I mean, how you gonna get better? How else would you get better? Like for me, I look at myself like, oh, I could have did that better. Yeah, I could have did that better. But I got my people on my team because they say I'm a perfectionist. So they be like, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's over. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, bro.
I think that's like one of the most. It's hard for a lot of people. I mean, it's hard for me to take criticism. Like, I mean, the thing is there's definitely a difference between just people being haters.
Yeah.
And then like genuine like criticism. But if you're able to take every time you hear that feedback, every time you get that criticism, if you're able to take that and internalize it in a meaningful way and actually, make that into making your music better, making your art better, whatever you're doing, your promotion, your marketing yourself, your shows, like lighting, it doesn't matter. If you can do it and incorporate it, there's no reason not to, right? It's all about growth. And I think that's a lot of people are scared of, taking in that.
What I tell people all the time, like change. The one thing that's consistent in our whole lives is change.
Right.
Change is the most consistent, consistent thing that we can go. Like you wake up like, oh, I don't want to change anything. I'm like, you changing every day. Your bones is changing. Your fucking organs is changing. Your age is changing. You changing every day. Like my thing is like, what are you gonna do to apply the change that's necessary? I'm just gonna flow with it. Like my thing is like I don't. This is like a roller coaster ride with me. My arms in the air. I literally, bro, like I literally don't go with no plans. I don't plan shit out. I was just like, this is what I feel today.
Yep.
Like I'm not on this earth on rules and regulations and fucking standards and sub laws and stuff.
Right.
Like, bro, like we do that with our own self-doubts and we self-sabotage ourselves from the things that we want to do and the things that we can grow in doing because we worried about, I can't see how this is going to affect me because we want so much control, which we're not in control of shit.
Nope.
On this place. Nope. So my thing is like, bro, like you're not in control of nothing. You don't have control of what's going to happen. But 5 hours from now and whatnot, man. So I just literally, this sounds good.
Yeah.
Stay in the moment, enjoy yourself, man. And if people can do that with their own lives and their own music, man, the world will be a fucking better place.
100%. So do you kind of like to try and make yourself work on a little bit of music every day, or kind of like get it done in a big chunk?
It varies, man. Like that, it kind of varies. This last album was chunk. Okay. Like I only had 6 songs done, and I was supposed to do 20.
Right.
I got 14 done in 1 week.
Damn. Okay.
I did 14 songs in 1 week. So,
Yeah.
so, and back then I used to get whole albums done within 3 weeks. So,
That's crazy.
So, but it varies, man. Like for me, like I'm at a point. I'm at a point in my life where I grew. So I'm just like, I could be sitting there video gaming the whole time.
Yep.
And then the whole idea just, I could hear it from a beat that I had in my head. And then I'm just playing like Dragon Age or something, or Final Fantasy or some RPG. I'm just gaming and
letting it marinate.
Marinate, and I'm just, oh, there it is. Oh, boom. Click on everything, and I'm recording it right there. And I'm like, song's done. Go right back to gaming.
Right.
Like it just varies for me, bro. Like, but other than that, most of my songs, they came like one by one. But this one, like my last 2 albums were big chunks.
Okay.
Like huge, big chunks of my work. So, like I said, very.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I definitely, I try it. I've been honestly lacking on holding myself accountable for working on my projects, because I've definitely had I've honestly had like the urge to do it and stuff. I've just been like so tired and been like, I could do it right now, but laying in my bed right now is really nice.
Then do that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Because here's the thing, man. Like people call that procrastinating, bro. Hell no, bro. Like me, bro. You know what I mean? Like I literally had the song in my dome, and I'm sitting in my couch in silence, just.
Right.
I could do that, but I don't feel like that right now.
Right.
And I'll just sit there, because once you really, really, really want to do it, you're gonna add shit that you want to. Everything is gonna come out the way you want it. Just don't rush that shit. If you need to lay down, you need to recuperate. You need to chill out, bro. Like time is inedible, bro. We make time a construct. Time is not a construct for us, bro. Like like just chill out. Time. We look at time as linear. Like, fuck that, man. Just chill out. That shit will come to you when it comes to you.
Right. Yeah. No. I definitely. Yeah, I just need to start getting myself back in the habit of actually starting to do it. Like,
let's start one at a
you
time.
Said, like, I hear it in my head. I think about it.
Yeah.
It's just about getting it out there, and I just haven't.
Like I said, man, start that one at a time. I'm gonna tell you what. Like, I stopped music 5 years ago. It was one period. I didn't do music from 2019 to like 2 years ago, bro. Like I didn't touch no music. I didn't touch a mic. I didn't write a song. I didn't do anything for 5 years. Didn't touch it. The only reason why I got back into music was because somebody emailed me and asked me when my next album was coming out. And they was waiting for 7 years for my next album to come out.
Damn.
And I didn't even know I had followers like that, bro. Like I was like, oh shit. It really lit a spark in me to go back, because I was missing music. I missed the shit out of it. I was just like, man, this shit just, I don't want to be no starving artist. I got tired of being a fucking starving artist, man. But I was going in with the wrong mind frame.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to do that, man. I need somewhere to live and actually want to do stuff and travel and shit. This music ain't gonna help me do that shit. I don't want to do it.
Right.
But man, this shit been instilled in me since birth. Music has been instilled in me since birth. Since like I can pick up a pen and write. Like this is life bread for me. Music is like breathing to me. Like I could be like 90 years old and still be trying to do this shit. Like, bro, I don't care, man. But I love this shit, man. I love every part of it. And take a thing at a time, man. You ain't gotta put out a whole damn beat. Put a drum kit out, like put a drum sequence out, or put a melody out somewhere that can get you built up and shit like that. That's what I did, man. Like I just wrote a song. I just wrote a line. It started with a line, then it started with a bar, and then it started with a verse, and then I started with a song.
Yeah, I need to start fucking
like
just putting. I mean, like you said, just putting pieces.
Just put pieces out there, bro. Like it ain't got to be something glamorous. It's just for you. Like put something out there to where it can stir your soul. Like my thing is, shit. You don't jump a car just don't fucking just jump.
True that.
Like jump,
that's
like
true.
bro. You gotta piece by piece that shit together. Right. That's all I did with my first album. My first album, I had 4 songs.
Yeah.
4 songs. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start with 8, but I ain't ready yet. So I took the 5th song and I pieced it. Then I did that with the 6th song. By the time I knew it, shit, I had 14 songs.
Right.
Like, start easy. Like, get yourself a catalog, start easy.
Yeah, I need to just start going.
Just start going. Just start cooking, bro.
I was gonna say, how you really know that you're in it for, like, the love of the game, necessarily, over the money, and like just like actually like true connection and helping people is when you were like, I mean, I'll do this shit till I'm 90. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's just like,
because it's something that's something. What I do is something that's part of me.
right.
It's not something that I look at as a hobby or
Yep.
I can put this down whenever. Like it's something that's like it's very hard to really explain. It's within your core divine nature, your core divine being.
Right.
It's like people got I call it programs. Like people got a core system within their program. Music is that for me.
Yep.
And like I can do nothing or perform nothing, but I can sit home and record and put it out.
Right.
Like I don't have to perform or anything. I can just put it out. Like let somebody hear it. Let somebody enjoy it. And then the days I do want to perform it, shit. Yeah, I know the
ready to
song.
go.
Ready to go. But man, like my thing is like what do I want to leave? When I die, what I ain't caring about legacy. Legacy is what everybody else want to define.
Right.
But my thing is I want to leave Earth a better place than I found it.
Right.
So this is what music is for me. And like y'all the next generation. So I look at y'all the next generation, man. Like
Right.
I just want to plant the seed so y'all can sit under the tree, man. Like straight up.
Fuck, goddamn.
Like
That was heavy as fuck.
Yeah,
Holy shit. No,
y'all
I definitely, it's just so, like, refreshing and good to hear, you know, that, like you said, like, it's who you are. It's not just, like, you know, something that you're doing because, I mean, it is something you enjoy.
I enjoy
obviously.
doing, but it's just, bro, like I wake up and I'm like, damn, man, that song was so dope.
Right.
Like when you can hear music everywhere around you, just not in the melody, like somebody's feet walking,
Right.
or the leaves blowing, or the wind blowing. I mean, leaves blowing from the wind, or like car horns, or just chatter, bro. I can make music from anything.
Yep.
That's how I know that's a being. That's me. Like that's the whole aspect of it is me. So I mean I don't know what I would do. It's just like music brings color to my life. Without that, it's just everything
Black
is
and white.
black and white.
Yeah.
So I know this is something I know this is something that brings me more joy than anything I can possibly imagine.
Man. That is so fucking good to hear. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like we got a gift to do something that most people like admire us to do.
True.
Like, bro, you make instrumentals, you make beats, you make the melodies in order for me to put words behind them. Like, you know how gifted you are, bro. You know how much talent and how much talent and just and how much of a gift that is, man. Like, it took me years just to learn it. People naturally have gifts like that, bro. Like, people admire things like that. Mm-hmm. And for me not to use a gift that Source is giving me to the for my full potential, it'd be me robbing myself, man. Because I hear it from birds, from like little ants just.
Right.
Like just you can make just, bro, like just hearing music in it. I would just be sitting there bobbing my head. Nothing's going on around me. I'm just bobbing my head. I'm like, what you look? I'm like, man, I just got to be in my head, man. Like, I just got this, man, like I can hear a thumping from a construction worker and I'm beatboxing to it. Yep. And I'm like, bro, what are you, bro, like, bro, like, but this is just planted in my soul, bro. Like, I enjoy every moment of that.
I can feel you on that than more levels than you can understand.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I sit there, I'm constantly just like sitting there and humming, just doing stuff like that, and I constantly will have stuff just going around in my head. I mean, I have a notes page where I'm constantly writing down like lyrics and stuff. But I think that more people, and this isn't even just about, like, this statement in general isn't just about just music. I think just in general,
Yeah.
people need to, instead of relying and focusing so much on, like getting insanely wealthy or stuff, because obviously, it's, money is nice, but at the end of the day, if you're doing something that when you go home you literally want to die,
Yes.
is it really worth it to do that when you have maybe another gift or somewhere else that you could be putting your time into that's more meaningful to you?
My grandpa left me with this the whole time. This has been a foundation of my life before he died. He said, do something that you love, you will never have to work a day in your life.
Right.
And like music, bro, like I can entertain, I could care less about the money.
Right.
Like the money come to me, like I got 3-4 shows booked, and they're like, man, I'm focusing on, oh shit, what can I do this show to make this show cool,
Right.
good? I want people to enjoy themselves. The money gonna come, bro. Like my thing is, we got to this point where we let society dictate what was good for us, and indoctrinated what was good for us, like. Bro, like what is it? I changed. I remember talking. I lived in Minneapolis, and I remember talking to this group of women, and I asked them a question. I'm like, "Who in here is doing the major because they want to do it?" And 30% of them rose their hands. And I asked the girls, the rest of the 70 that didn't. I'm like, "So why are you in here doing some shit you don't want to do?" And they were like, "Well, my parents stopped." I'm like, "Stop right there." I'm like, your parents had the same life that you living. They can make the same decisions. They can make the same decisions. It's still not too late for them. They probably like in their 40s and 30s and 40s, and they can be in this school just like you, living out the dream that they wanted to live, but they're living their dream through you. What did you want to do? She said, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I'm like, so why are you here in fucking radiology?
Yep.
And she was like, I didn't think about it like that. I was like, exactly. So go do what you want to do. That girl, I had 15 girls drop out of their fucking class and go chase their majors. I was like, dude, I'm like, she said, what do you do for a living? I said, I make music. And she's like, well, you ain't got another job? I was like, that's the problem right there.
Right.
It's because you say, I ain't got another job to provide for myself. You already indoctrinating what society wants you to think instead of what you want to think for yourself, how you want to live authentically. I don't care because money's going to come to me regardless.
Right.
The external, this is all this shit is an illusion. For me, all this shit is fake. I don't care about none of this. Whatever I can create whatever I want in my life. I can create any situation, any value that I want in my life. I am the value. I am everything that you see in this place. This is me. That's how I view life. But they was like, damn, like you just that confident. I was like, I didn't care about college, man. I just needed to get out of here. I knew none of this shit mean nothing to me. Like, I just need to get out. So I got my high school diploma because this is what you were supposed to do in society. But but who made those rules? Who said that lunch was at 12?
Yep.
Who said that you needed in order for you to have this high school diploma, you needed to be successful? Who the one made the laws of what success was? And they was like, oh shit. Like, I had them thinking, I was like, it's like, you know what? I'm going to take a music class. I'm going to study music. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
15 girls dropped out.
Yeah.
Of the class. I was like,
most people don't even realize until it's like so late. I mean, I was in that point. I literally changed my major like 2 weeks, I think, into college.
What was your major?
I mean, originally I was a computer science major.
Yeah. See, I was in biochem, bro. I was on biochem, so yeah. Bro.
I was, because my mom was basically like, yep, this is what you need to do. And I was like, well, I guess I'll make like whatever, like 6 figures. So I mean, I would have made a lot of money, but at the end of the day, like I asked myself, like, would I really be okay with going every single day to sit at an office desk from like 8 to 5, just wasting my time away like that?
Yeah.
Like, it's just gone. And that's not what I want.
Like I'm looking at the cast. I'm like, bro, like y'all working until y'all 70,
Yep.
and then you got 30 years to do what? Like, and most of y'all health is declining. Like, bro, like
Not even 30.
Not
Yeah,
even 30.
Maybe
Like,
like
15. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you spent your whole life working for a corporation, making
Yep.
making millions off you, and you didn't even live life.
Yep.
Like, I'm just looking like, nah, I'm cool, bro. Like, I looked at, I'm like, nah, I would never devote my life to somebody. I'm like, bro, these people need you. These companies need us. Like y'all sitting here in fear of, like, I bet you if 40 million people stop doing this stuff right now, this whole place is shut down. The whole damn world shut down.
Yep.
Like, I'm sitting here like, why y'all? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I won't buy into that.
I don't buy into that,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
Like, I knew something was wrong on this planet. My spiritual awakening, like I said, for another conversation, my spiritual awakening was,
Right.
jeez,
Woo!
Bro,
Intense.
that shit was intense, bro. Like, but no, I was mad for years, bro. Like, when you
Right.
wake up, you mad as
Yep.
hell. Like, I'm like,
Yep.
fuck everything. I was
Right.
like, bro. But that, like I said, another conversation for another day, man. But yeah, man. But pretty much summary of my life, man.
Okay. So, do you have any like last projects that you want to plug? You know, just to tell people
Okay.
about them?
Yeah.
Or like anything like, you know.
I got a couple of shows coming up.
Okay.
Like I said, August 10th, I'll be at Pub 21.
Okay.
It's a pajama party.
All right.
So bring your onesie, bring whatever you want on there. Free. It's free.
Okay.
So like I say, come in. They're having mimosas and stuff like that. So
Okay.
enjoy yourself. And then my brother will be with me. GMC Crisis.
Okay.
So he's like one of the old original members of the Thoroughbreds. So
Yep.
we're going to be playing together for the first time.
Okay, okay.
For a long time. So it's going to be lit. That performance is going to be lit. And then I fly out to Colorado Springs for a show. I'm headlining a show there.
Okay.
And then my projects, Childhood Nostalgia, my mixtape, it'll be out in September, October. And then I'm working on Ominous, catalog of the Ominous Soul, which is the second part of the Life Cycle series. It will be out at the end of next year. End of this year.
Okay.
So I will have 2 albums out this year.
And is that on like all platforms?
It'll be on
Spotify?
all platforms.
Okay.
It'll, except the mixtape. The mixtape will only be on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Because I don't have rights to the anime score,
Okay, yeah.
so I don't want to
Right.
jeopardize
You don't
copyright
wanna- yeah.
strikes and stuff like that.
Right,
So
right.
I wanted me to have an authentic thing where people can relate and enjoy the album and stuff
Right.
like that. Download it if they wanted to and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the catalog of an Anonymous Soul, that one will be on all platforms. I actually, that's going to be a 18, 19 song album.
Okay.
So yeah.
Big boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Big Boy Works.
So, and then one last thing that I've kind of been doing is what piece of wisdom or words of advice you have for people, and this can be either in the general sense or in the music like sense and trying to do stuff for themselves.
Don't second guess yourself. Live authentic and live as authentic as you want to be. Live your life unapologetically. Like, you don't need the validations or opinions of others to do whatever you want to do in this life. Like, if people don't understand it or don't like it, fuck them. Like, I'm just going. That's just straight up fuck them. Like, you're not here. You're not here for anybody's likes or anybody's approval. Here to find you. Be you. Everybody else is taken. That's my advice for you.
There you go. So, thank you everybody for listening to DK After Dark. Thank you, SPG the General.
Appreciate you having
on.
me, bro. Appreciate you having me. Straight
We're definitely
up.
going to be having another one 100%.
Yes, sir.
Definitely going to, probably some more like, I don't want to say like fun topics or whatever.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, man, and when you get your ass on this music so I can rapping something, bro. I need some material from you, bro. So I can start rapping, bro.
Okay, guys. So I just got to get my shit together.
Yeah.
But this has been DK After Dark, taking you behind the artists, helping you pave your path, and telling you about how they paved theirs. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Peace out.